So I want to make myself a new tube top. Or instead of going buying one, which is completely easy, I want to feel accomplished. So I have this honeybee gold overlay on this beautiful lilac pink stretchy 4-way material here. It's beautiful. I love the cute little bee design. So I have a tube top that I like. It fits perfectly. So I took the tube top and made my own little pattern from it. So that is what I'm going to do. I've already pinned down the material to the proper length. Now I just need to pin the pattern to the material, and then we can cut it from there, and then we'll start sewing. I already have the sewing machine set up for the proper stitch. We'll do just a simple straight stitch. I have a lilac purple or pinky purple thread, bottom and top, so I'm basically everything's going to mesh beautifully. Let's see how seamless today. In my stitch and Moan, I can get my new little outfit together. So what I am honestly pairing with is I'm in between making a new pair of bottoms to associate with the pattern, with the color or the material that I'm using, or I was just thinking of being out there. And I have this cute little Kitti bottoms I made the other day, or last week. So cute little bottoms. They're nice and mesh, reversible, and they got a shimmer to them. They fit beautifully. Figured the lilac top and this bottom greens, I'll be like Ariel in the deep blue sea. So let's see if I can get this cute little pink purple or pink purple and green combination outfit together. Or that's my intention. Before we came on, I've already laid the material out, folded it over, created a fold line. So I spend most of my time focusing on other parts of getting the project going, because sometimes just laying the material out, I'm doing. And iron the material before you cut it. It always helps. There's been a couple times where I've forgotten, and I wish I did. All right. Just so you can see a little bit further. Let's get that corner. There's no loose pins. And then awesome square. Move this over so we can see. My goal is not to try to see if I can do this and not get up. Might have to, but at least you know my goal. Actually, I need to take this out. There we go. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. Scooch it over. Let's push this back over here. We'll cut this angle here. So, must have messed up. And let me turn this. Oop. Squeaky, squeaky. Moving now. Ooh. All right. There we go. There we go. This is my front piece. All right, let's move it over. Move that back. Scoot it on up. And actually, move back. So my front piece, hopefully. And then I also was trying to make sure when I was designing this where the bumblebees would look right. A smidge so the square can lay straight. There we go. Move them back. Right, oh no, I'm trying to work on the right hand dexterity. Oh, you silly. We're working on hand dexterity. We're gonna get it. There we go. Beautiful. Oops. Dun, dun, dun. Alrighty. Smooth. Let's pull our pins out so I don't lose them. Right, they're all out of this. Or this is the beautiful bee material. This pink. Beautiful. Now, my front. My back. Awesome. Here's the pattern. And leave that aside for the moment. That's the back. Or this is the front. Did I get it right? Wait, I want to make sure, because I also put the little lines because I top and bottom, top and bottom. Let's see, because I had a taper and I want to make sure I continue the taper on top. And this. Okay, so figured this out. There we go. So I would sew here to here, the edge, the bottom. So this V that you see slowly right here is the bottom. Actually, it's kind of cool. I have the bees going either way direction like this, so I did fold it the proper way to have this look adorable. And the only other thing is sewing these sides together, the edges, hemming it, and putting 1/4 elastic inside the top. And then, bum, 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 simple and easy. Let's sew them together first. Right sides together, outsides out. Edge to edge, come on. We're gonna see it. Am I gonna able to see it? Yes, I am. And I'm gonna get able to line up perfectly. So, one side at a time, because it got a little bit of a pucker, because it's a tube top. There we go, bring it in just a smidge. Oh, perfect. Come on. Alrighty, so we got both edges nicely lined up. Yes, I know there's a weird little ripple. Leave it. Oh, I made cookie brownies the other day. Oh my goodness, they were to die for. It is delicious. I have to say, I had 2, and I had to put the rest away. So, I enjoyed making them. Definitely gonna make them again in the future, but whew, they are sugary. They're yummy, but for God's sakes, they are addictive. I was like, ooh, I want 2. Ooh, I'm like, oh, I want more. I'm like, gotta stop. Self-control. Oh my goodness. Or just have to give it away to family. I'm like, here, sweets, take it. Impulsive. I just wanted 2 cookies. I didn't want the dozen I made, or the 2 dozen I made. All right. All right. Moving these down just a smidge so the foot of the machine does not accidentally get caught with the straight pin. So let's move these back just a smidge more. And I can move it add in more. Dun, dun. Oh, there we go. This will never move. Okay. Now that we see front and back are beautifully lined up on both edges. Now as the pattern is aside and I was able to properly assemble it, properly pin it, cut it, and now we are on to this one. There we go. I want to adjust the camera just a smidge. Keep the hair back. And then we're going to go for 1/4 of an inch from the end. Just to start off, we don't want to take off too much. Always a little bit and never enough, or then too much. There's my petal. And then let's see. Stitch forward. And let's see. Tail. It and there we go. Rubber tools. I'm gonna leave the pins in for the moment, okay? Sometimes I'm still finding them in my studio. I'm like, oh, that's where it fell off and slid off, because sometimes they don't really stay in the material, they slide out. So I find them like a couple days later. Alright. Slide that out. And beautiful, nice, tight stitch. So the machine is beautifully calibrated. It likes the thread. Everything's been hooked nicely. And the tension is happy. Here we go. Next, we're going to take the bottom edge and we're just gonna hem the bottom edge right off the bat. I'm not even going to worry about the top. Let's just get the bottom. The bottom's easiest. I'll go around in a circle. So we'll take off this, make my project a smidge easier. Bum, bum. And we roll. Key is 1/4 inch. Okay. And also, you can lie the ends, or you fold it flat as well. I roll the edges on both sides. So, both corners. The panels will easier lay down in the long run. When you're pushing it through, there we go. All right. And right through the middle. the other corner, other panel. There we go. Perfect. There. Through the first hem and the bottom. We'll probably end up doing two, but I always like to get one in just so I can see what it looks like. All right, let's turn that off. Let's trim some edges. Let's reverse it just for a second. And here we go. Oh, those tags get me every time. All right. And then we have our 1/4 edge. Boom, boom, boom. There. Let's put it back, reverse it again. And we're also going to go back on the sides when we're done putting in the elastic in the top. We'll do a zigzag on the ends as well. I just don't want to change the settings on there until I'm ready. Take that pin out too. All right. Flatten out my edges. And All right. Put the elastic in the corner. Fold it over. There we go. So we folded the edge through. Put the elastic in the inside. Fold it over, and then I'm going to pin it so it stays. There we go. And I started with instructions, so we will continue. And this is more than important. Please, please make sure as you do this, get it to sew the elastic. If you don't sew actually the elastic with the material together and just sew the miss the elastic and don't do it with a straight line, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't sit right. It just looks wonky. So take the time. Keep that bracket off. Put the foot down. Put my foot down. Okay, not on the pedal. On my material. All right. Move it along. There we go. All right. And also, key. Don't pull the elastic too tight. Relax. Let it flow. Slide through your hands. I have a lot of other outfits in the very beginning that look a little wonky because I pulled it too tight. Oh yeah. Actually, I've redone a couple of them actually, so I don't have to see it anymore. All right, let's hold this down. Back stitch, front stitch, and we're off. Slow and steady wins the race. We're not in a rush. Unless you're talking about 5 o'clock traffic, then yes. Alright, this doesn't seem good. Oh, no, it's okay. Alright, whew. Thought I ruined the whole thing. Oh, no. Just a little hiccup. Alright. Whew. I was gonna be all in a huff. I was like, no! You are not allowed to mess up today. This is a smooth, moving, calm, happy day. Things are going to work out right, and everything's going to be great. No one can kill your sunshine. I can go outside and get a lot of it. Alright, getting through half the panel. So we're done with the back. Putting the elastic on the top half. Now we're moving through to the front. All these little pins sliding around. Alright. Actually, that might be looking at that might be a good idea to put a pin in that. Right. No. Ooh. Fumbly fingers. There we go. Pin that straight down. Give myself a little bit of room in excess. Don't get caught. No tension. No tension is good tension. Unless it's sexual tension, but most tension is good tension. Or bad tension, actually. But there's only good ones. Okay. So let's make sure I got this where I want it. All right, there we go. Ooh, I'm taking that, I'm cutting that out right now. I'm not gonna look at that. All right, let's pick out that first pin. And then let's continue. Laying that in. There we go. I don't want this. Cool, we're at the end. So when I put this in earlier, I left a little bit of the tail on the end. So we're gonna leave that there, and I'm going to take the end right here where it's still connected to the roll. I'm gonna grab this one, or grab the inside one. I'm going to see if I can fold it into the pocket nicely with no very little tension. Let's see if I can lay it in there. Lay the elastics on top of each other. Come on. On top of each other. Fold it over. There's no tension. Take one of these pins and sandwich the elastics together. So it is sewn together looking like a continuous ring. You won't have to see this tag hanging out anywhere because I've sewn it in a circle or intentions. You see what I'm doing? Trying to see if I can get it right. Here we go. This is coming up to our elastic duo in the end. All these little frays. All right, first things first, let's cut up our I don't know where my scissors went, so razor blade it is. Turn the machine off, take out my pins, and for later, my scissors. Catch all these cute little tags. Let's move it to the zigzag. The zigzag stitch in the sewing machine for the edges on the side. Here we go. I was trying to all of these. Let's get these cleaned up. And out of sight, out of mind. Oh. Knew I wasn't in the clear just yet. Around the inside. I'll cut off the excess after I test it, try it on. I'll cut the excess off. But until then, I'm trying to keep the excess on until I actually wash it one time before I cut the excess off as well, just in case the stitches pop or if something doesn't look right afterwards. I still have the material there to work with. If you cut it off after what if it falls apart when you're doing something? It shouldn't fall apart, but the one case you want to redo the stitch and pop it all out, then you have less material to work with. So conscientious when you're trying. See my. You have now I've now completed. Actually, no. Here's the front. Completed my tube top, and let me zigzag my insides. Inside hems, just for structure, security. I don't want the sides busting on me, do I? All right. Down and make sure I get both ends on the side. Okay, lay that down. spin it around. I figure it's easier to spin it around than do the reverse stitch and the zigzag sometimes, because I don't want it to miss any of the stitch holes. So spin it around and go back again. Alrighty. Look up. Cut my tags. Alright. The edges look nice and flat, secure, tight. I feel safe that if something gives, not all gives. Alright. Let's do it with the other side. Okay. Pin. There we go. Perfect. Hold it down and go. Okay. Place it back down. Lift it up. Spin it around. Put my stitches in, my security. There we go. One more straggler. And start to finish, we have made together a cute purple, pinky purple, honeybee tube top. Thank you. Actually, where's this? I gotta figure the front out just right. This is the front, this is the back. All right, I see the slight variation, so there we go. So, if you enjoying, like, subscribe, check out the Instagram, check out the link tree, check out all, and subscribe to all of my social medias. Don't forget, I'll see you soon.